What's going on, guys? Soldier Only here for Sports Nerd Web. Welcome to the first episode of The Briefing, which is pretty much my division news and update show that will be on the channel here on the Sports Nerd Web channel. So in this first episode, what I'll be getting into is some of the Dark Zone changes that will be coming to the 1.6 update. Now, this is separate from the Last Stand, so this is just the content and the changes that will be coming to the Dark Zone in update 1.6. So these are changes and bug fixes and stuff that will be available free to everyone. So getting right into it, the first thing that we will see changed is the Dark Zone map expansion. So this is really awesome to see. It says Dark Zone map expansion. Explore 3 new areas to the north of the Dark Zone, engage powerful enemies, and discover the dangers hiding around every corner. Now, it's also worth noting that just the other day, like a day or two ago, the PTS servers kicked off where some players are able to play part of these new areas of the Dark Zone. So we should be seeing some new footage and stuff from that really soon. Another thing that they're going to be adding to the Dark Zone is Dark Zone leaderboards. Earn rewards in the Dark Zone by participating in weekly and monthly activities that are tracked via the new Dark Zone leaderboards. See how you stack up against all the players in the Dark Zone on leaderboard activities that reset and change every week and month. All the tracked weekly and monthly activities count towards your total score. The higher your score, the better rewards you will earn when the leaderboards reset. Now, this is really amazing to see because this is going to bring people into the Dark Zone daily, and especially since there's going to be weekly and monthly activities that reset. It's kind of it reminds me of kind of what you saw recently in Destiny when they added strike scoring. It was a good way to breathe new life into strikes and stuff. So this is kind of the same thing that they're doing with the Dark Zone. It keeps the activities and everything in the Dark Zone fresh. So that's really good to see. And this next thing kind of is along those same lines. It's Dark Zone contamination events. The pockets of virus contamination in the subways below the Dark Zone are festering and becoming even more deadly. Cleaners have been attracted to the rising contamination. Players must manage their health as the virus eats away at their filter while battling against powerful cleaners. Clear each Dark Zone subway of cleaners to earn extra rewards. So this looks like that it looks like there's some battles that you can have against the cleaners in the subway parts of the Dark Zone, so the underground parts. Another thing, it looks like that they're adding legendary difficulty. Pit yourself against an elite LMB force equipped with superior gear and advanced tactics. Legendary difficulty strips missions of all narrative, all checkpoints, and focuses purely on combat scenarios. Legendary difficulty is only available in World Tier 5. Available missions, the Napalm production site, Warren Gate power plant, Times Square, and the Times Square power relay. It looks like there's going to be more options for character customization. Explore all new ways of customizing your agent with weapon skins, backpack skins, new clothing sets, and emotes. Visit the premium vendor in the terminal to unlock premium vanity content. Stocks update weekly, so check back regularly. Visit the premium vendor. So that's probably, I'm pretty sure, I don't think there's one right now, so I think that's going to be a new vendor that they're going to be adding. This is probably going to be their version of microtransactions and things like that, like how you have the like how you have the Eververse and Destiny. So that's my guess of what that kind of is going to be. And some changes to the combat. Increase the time to revive a down teammate from 3 seconds to 5 seconds. So now so that's an increase. So it's going to take it's going to take 2 seconds longer to revive a downed teammate. Bleed no longer blocks sprint. Instead, it reduces movement speed by 20%. Additional applications refresh the timer. Medkits can now be used at full health and cleanse the character of all applied status effects. So if you're at full health and you use the medkit, the way I'm reading this, and then so if you do that, it would take care of the bleed and This is all status effects, so even probably like blinded and things like that. Players will no longer be able to reload their weapon and sprint in the same time. When sprinting, pressing reload will drop you out of sprint. When reloading, pressing sprint will interrupt the reload. And I don't know how I feel about that, because I constantly reload and sprint at the same time, so I don't know why you can't do one or the other. I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out. I kind of don't really like the sound of that one. Hipfire stability has been significantly reduced when moving. Increased hipfire penalties. Weapon spread is now wider, while stability and recoil are also more impacted. Player camera will now be impacted by hipfire, reducing his field of view the longer he keeps firing. So it seems like some of these changes, it's going to feel almost like an entirely different game. Some of these are going to take a little bit getting used to. There's now a short cooldown between each combat roll. Body shot damage has been slightly increased in PvP. This change does not apply to PvE. Headshot damage is unchanged. Implemented visual feedback when an enemy player uses a medkit. Let's see, last stand gear normalization. Last stand gear normalization is activated when entering a match of last stand. Character stats will be modified in order to bring a more stable balance to player versus player combat. That looks like stuff that's going to be with the last stand. This video I just wanted to cover just the update, just the free part of the 1.6 update. Some other changes in the Dark Zone actually. Players can now fast travel between Dark Zone checkpoints. Players will no longer lose Dark Zone experience and funds when killed in the Dark Zone if they are not rogue. I kind of like this change. So if you're not rogue and you get killed in the Dark Zone, you will no longer lose Dark Zone experience or Dark Zone funds. But if you are rogue and are killed, then you will lose Dark Zone experience and Dark Zone funds. I think this is a great idea for the Dark Zone. Supply drops will now reward Dark Zone experience as well. Koreatown is no longer classified as a landmark. Alright, yep. And that looks like that's pretty much it for the majority of like the major changes coming to the Dark Zone in update 1.6. So that's going to do it for this video. Keep up to date on the channel. You can hit that thumbs up button if you like the video. Sub to the channel for more content. Stay tuned to the channel because there's definitely going to be a lot more videos coming on update 1.6 and the last stand. I'll be putting a lot more out. And also we should finally be hearing a release date on update 1.6 and the last stand anytime now. So have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys.